Kinavi.
Miniunga. Kinavili.
Mickey Uyunga.
Mikinge.
Miningai. I'm living in Victoria. Victoria Myunga. Nani Myugavi?
Inuktitut Ipili nani miuvili.
Uvanga. Sallamiyoguvunga.
I'd like to introduce our guest star, Minnie. As you heard in the previous exchange, Minnie is also from Inuktitut, same dialectal area as Elisabeth, Hudson Bay side. I'd mention one little extra grammatical point. You notice she didn't just say kinauvid, she said kinauvidli. That li on the end of a word means but, and it's added on quite happily and quite conversationally. The question of where people come from is handled with the little chunk miok, which is added on to places in the same way as mi. I am a native of such and such a place, or I come from such and such a place, is in turn handled very much like the statement, I am so-and-so, with one addition. Inuktitut does not like sequences of 3 vowels. So in policy speech, the sound that's one sound spelt with 2 letters, ng. The sound is parachuted in to separate the u of miu from the u of vunga. Okay, listen to it in a real word.
Ivujivik. Ivujivimmi. Ivujivimmiok. Ivujivimmiokuvit.
It's the same for Minnie, but you will notice that Minnie prefers to use the sound ga to separate the u of miu from the u of avunga in the middle of Inuktitut miogruvunga.
Inuktitut. Inuktitut Inuktitut miok. Inuktitut miuguvunga.
You probably are wondering how the ending miok goes on to the plural noun sadluit. It's like this. Take off the plural ending it and then simply add the miok. No fiddling around with m or n, just the miok. Look and listen.
Salluit. Salluni. Sallumiok. Sallumionguvit.
Before we present our new episode of the life and times of Roger Reckless, we have some heavy-duty explaining to do. During the last program, we showed how you added the noun ending mi to nouns in order to get across the idea of in or at. First, we added it to nice, simple words ending in vowels.
Nuna. Nunami.
Siku. Sikumi.
Then we added it to nice, simple words ending in k or q.
Cook. Kummi.
Tasik. Tasikmi.
And then we ran into trouble. When we hit some longer words, we suddenly started to lose some of our double consonants. Kummi with a double M, but not kangeksummi.
Kummi. Kangatsumi. Kummi. Kangatsumi.
Or tserngmi, but not kujuangmi.
Tasikmi. Kujuami. Tasikmi. Kujuami.
The reason has to do with rhythm. In other dialect areas, people are quite happy with successions of double consonants. Something like kangersummi or kujuangmi would be quite acceptable in parts of Baffin Island. That is apart from my Irish accent, of course. But in Nunavik, such a sequence is felt to be too heavy. People don't like the sound of 2 sets of double consonants following each other. When such a grouping is likely to occur, the first consonant in the second set simply disappears. Poof, like that. Watch what happens. If you look at the combination of the word for lake, tasir, and the noun ending mi, for example, there's a single consonant in the middle there, S, and then the two consonants are M. This creates no problem, and the word is spoken just as it's written on the screen.
تسقمي
تسقمي
Take the combination of the word for big river, Kujuak, and the same noun ending, mi, however, and immediately you see the dreaded double consonants, and that is a big problem, to which the only answer is annihilation of the first consonant in the second set.
Kujuami Kujuami
كوتشوامي كوتشوامي.
This phenomenon was named the law of double consonants by Father Lucien Schneider, who first described it to us folks. We will refer to it again and again. It may all seem very abstruse to you now, but an understanding of the LDC will help save you a lot of phonetic frustration later. There is, however, an orthographic complication. We use two letters, N and G, to write a single sound, ng. NG, therefore, counts as only one sound when applying the LDC. Look and listen.
Ingituk Umirmituk Ingituk Umirmituk
خنقكت حقكت خنقكت حقكت.
A double ng sound is written as NNG, and of course that counts as two consonants.
Ingituk 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 Ingituk
خنقكت خنقوكت خنقكت خنقوكت.
Meanwhile, our dialogue awaits. Roger is needed for an urgent supply mission. The administration in a small village north of here has run out of form 0357-0726. The situation is obviously desperate. Roger is the only pilot available, but he is nowhere to be found. The base manager sends her assistant, George Gopher, everywhere in town she can think of to find Roger.
Roger nanipa, nivimipa, generaklo nivilialaw.
Okay, you werkt me mingito.
Imaka anya to, anya vilialaw rit.
Okay, ani werkt me mingito.
Alla vimipa, alla vilialaw rit.
Okay, adlebing mingito.
Imaka tanas vimipo, tanas kattaturuna, ate tanas vilialaw rit generaklo.
Okay, Dana zegt me mingito. Before we solve the mystery, we look at the grammar. What we have here is a series of verbs with the chunk vik added to them. This chunk turns an action word into a place where the action occurs. For example, there's a verb meaning I trade. Add vik and you get a trading place or store.
Niuvik punga. Niuvik vik. Niuvik vik.
From the verb meaning I'm sick comes the word for hospital or nursing station.
Anniejunga. Annievik. Annievik.
For the sake of variety, we'll switch to a third person ending. She or he writes. And from that, it's a short progression to office.
Allatuk. Allavik. Allavik.
And from he dances comes a disco or palais de danse.
Tanisuktuk. Tanisukvik. Tanisukvik.
You could do that. Minnie will give you some verbs saying she's doing such and such. You turn those verbs into the place where such actions occur. Policy will also give you some verbs saying she's doing such and such. You transform those the same way.
Niuviktuk. Niuvikvik.
Anniejok. Annievik.
Mittuk. Mitvik.
Did that last one throw you? We slipped in the word used to describe the action of a plane touching down, from which we get the word for airstrip. Here it is again.
Mittuk. Mitvik.
And here's another one, the word for he or she prays.
Tutsiatok. Tutsievik.
Tutsietuk. Tutsievik.
Incidentally, the word adlevik, literally writing place, has at least two meanings.
Allatuk. Allavik. Allavik.
Of course, the word Kativik comes from this structure.
Kativik.
Kativik.
How about a rerun of the dialogue, Where is Roger? You'll be able to understand about 85% of it this time. And if we tell you that Kineriarluo means go and look for him, Imaha means maybe, and that Atai means let's go or get going, then Imaha you'll understand 90% of it.
Genererlugu. Genererlugu.
Immaha. Immaha.
Atay. Atay.
Roger nanipa. Nevik vemipa. Genereak lugu nevik vilialawit.
Okay, you werkt mingito.
Immaha anya to. Anya vilialawit.
Okay, ani aku mingito.
Alla vemipa. Alla vilialawit.
Okay, adlebing mingito.
Immaha tanas vemipo. Tanas kattaturuna. Ate tanas vilialawit genereak lugu.
Oké, Tana zegt Mingito.
Oh.
The only item remaining to be explained comes in here.
Taanisuk pimipa. Taanisikhattaturinna. Taanisuk pilialaurit.
Inna means that, as in that person is going to the store.
Inna niuqpiliartoq.
Or that woman over there will sing.
Inna angnak ingilangayok.
When inna comes after the verb, it is usually glued on with an r.
Taanisikhattaturinna. Taanisikhattaturinna.
The verb itself is tanasik, meaning dance. Attached to it is the chunk hattak, meaning often, frequently, usually. From other evidence, we know that hattak does indeed end in a Q. Unfortunately, because of that double T in the middle of hattak, the poor old Q never does get a chance to appear on the surface anyway. Apart from that, it's easy to deal with. We can swing right into a drill with it. What do you usually do in a dance hall? Listen to Policy's answer.
Taanisuk pimi. Sukhattakit.
Taanisiqpimi taansikhattatunga. Taanisiqpimi taansikhattatunga.
Your turn. Answer Minnie's questions. Listen for the alternation of single and double M's in the me ending.
Niuvik pimi. Sukhattakit.
Niuviqpimi niuvihattatunga. Niuviqpimi niuvihattatunga.
Allavimmi. Sukhattakit.
Allavimmi allahattatunga. Allavimmi allahattatunga.
Tutsiavimmi. Tutsiavimmi. Sukhattakit.
Tutsiavimmi. Tutsiavimmi. Tutsiahattatunga. Tutsiavimmi. Tutsiavimmi. Tutsiahattatunga.
We should pause here to lay out the simplest verb endings for making simple statements, unsolicited declarations.
Aniyunga. Aniyutit. Aniyok.
Anivunga. Anivutit. Anivok.
After verbs ending in consonants, the endings indicating that a statement is being made are sometimes tunga tutit tok and sometimes punga putit pok.
Tikittunga. Pisuttutit. Itiktok.
Tikippunga. Pisupputit. Itikpok.
Questions and answers follow a different pattern. Look at these examples. It's explained in more detail in the booklet.
Anivit.
Anivunga.
Tikipit.
Tikippunga.
Itikrit.
Itikpunga.
Sometimes after Q stems, as you may have noticed in Policy's last question, you'll get a question like, instead of iterpit, iterprit. And you'll sometimes get kunga or hunga used in the answer. Just pick those up as they occur. Oh yes, where was Roger? The word sumut means why. The chunk kainak means a moment ago.
Ani bunga. Ani kaina hunga.
Ingitunga. Ingikainahunga.
Itik bunga. Iti kaina hunga.
Roger ngay nanigay nakit.
Tutsia mi kainahunga.
Tutsiawi mikay nakit sumat.
Kapia sugama.
As for Roger's last word, here is its breakdown.
Kapia suttunga. Kapia suttutit. Kapia suttok.
Kapia sugama. Tutsia tunga. Kapia sugama. Tutsia tunga.
Roger ngay nanigay nakit.
Tutsia mi kainahunga.
Tutsiawi mikay nakit sumat.
Kapia sugama.
Even our cardboard cartoon characters cannot escape the human condition. And a few last words to repeat.
Kapia suttunga. Kapia suttutit. Kapia suttok.
Kapia sugama. Tutsia tunga. Kapia sugavit. Tutsia tutit. Kapia sugami. Tutsia tok. Kapia sugama. Tutsia tunga. Kapia sugavit. Tutsia tutit. Kapia sugami. Tutsia tok.
That's the end of lesson 3. There's a booklet available to accompany this program, by the way. It expands on the material here in a more leisurely fashion with explanations and drills. Here's how to order it. In the next program, we're going to look at some expressions involving hunting and eating. Takulari vugut.
Takulaa.
Takulari vugut.